but they had to like the feeling that they had.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got tight right.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Here's Petty. And that'll be incomplete. Matt Forte, a great receiver out of the backfield, was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They go back to the air here after the and he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Leonard Williams in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Check 4.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. And even 40 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
New York set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd.
All day, baby. Pick. Nice pick.
They come up in an offset eye. Petty now. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll set up a throw. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Brandon Marshall. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Sets up the screen to Forte. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward. Well, partners, that pass falls incomplete. How about a few guys who'll probably look at this season as being incomplete for them? And I'll start with Carlos Hyde, the nice runner for the San Francisco 49ers. 12 yards shy of 1,000.
In the backfield, Melvin Gordon 3 yards shy of 1,000. Then Devontae Adams on the receiving end, he finished with 997 as well. And how about Matt Ryan throwing the ball? 56 shy of 5,000. Now he'll be in the playoffs. He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Complete outright to Kurz. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone.
And that's Kurz for the Seattle touchdown, hauling it in. Jermaine Kurz 29 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field.
Double tight. Double tight.
They'll try to get the running game going with Forte. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. He's going to float this one deep right side. Eric Decker, the intended target, and it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't. Couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Well, that pass was inaccurate, so that leads me to bring up our Super Bowl predictions and find out just how accurate they were.
Yours were okay.
Well, it was pretty easy for me. I went out there with some established teams. I went with Green Bay and New England, so I'm still alive in the playoffs. You had Carolina and Pittsburgh?
I did. Now, Pittsburgh obviously has a chance. Carolina does not have a chance.
Well, listen.
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some...
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for the Jets. 58 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Here's Patty. That's caught at the 1. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Their big-bodied receiver. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. So they're going to go for 2.
22, 22. Eyes on 22. 3. Let's go.
Petty will look to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out in the pistol. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. A very solid gain of 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd down now after the incompletion. Petty now. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Mike Bennett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Hauschka now for the extra point. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field.
Hey, we've got tight left, tight left.
Over! Here we go! They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to go up top again. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. Hurry up, here we go. Blue, line it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying for his running back, Bilal Powell, and it's 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Sheldon Richardson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Let's go. 380.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Fresno. Switch gears. 95. Check 13.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's got Kearse. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And oh, he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Tight right. Now let's go.
Here's Patty. Sets up the screen to Forte. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a New York 1st down.
Tight ends left. Tight ends left. Hey,
Patty now looking deep downfield here for Decker. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's going to take another shot here, and it's knocked away and incomplete. They were looking. For Marshall that time, 3rd down here. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. He'll drop to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your